Hello everyone, I am doing more list reviews. This one is from Shaun, and this is actually a friendly game list that Shaun has sent me, and it's a Romanian list. So it's one of those nations that I've been looking into recently since I started building my own Czechoslovakian army, which is using the Romanian rules. So um, let's see what Shaun thinks of as being friendly, and let's look through his list. I'll share my screen. Right, 13 order dice, 996 points. Really good order dice count. I think you should be at around 13 to 15. So this is perfectly fine. It is a Romanian platoon, and since with Easy Army you're going to have to take double platoons, because that's just how it works out. The Romanians have that rule where they can take a German unit and use it in their own, and so you have to take a German platoon at some point, which of course for me playing Czechs is a bit of a puzzler because I definitely do not want German support in my list. So using that rules to get more units of Romanian, Czechoslovakian origins. But in this case, since it is a Romanian platoon, a German reinforced platoon with a Nebelwerfer. Now, the Nebelwerfer is really a good competitive choice. It will make the enemy split up because they don't want to stay too close together, where the Nebelwerfer can get more units to shoot at per turn, right? So it really encourages the enemy to split up, which is kind of good, especially if you have something that can move up an assault. So let's see what he has in his Romanian bits. We have a second lieutenant with an extra infantryman, inexperienced, pretty cheap, and the extra infantry is good for keeping him alive. And if you have a few points left over, throw them there. Combat pioneers, yes, these are really good. They are veterans. Shaun is running them 6 rifles and 1 flamethrower. They are the bog standard engineer unit. Engineer units are really good, especially in offensive operations. And a motorized infantry section, again, 6 rifles, and one of them has a Panzerfaust. So these, I am guessing, will be his push units, the units that can be thrown up in trucks or something, and then hit an enemy when they've split out. Then we have late war infantry sections, 2 of those. Oh, there'll be 1 more motorized infantry, I notice now. Large units of late war infantry, 10-man units with a Panzerfaust, really good for going out and skirmishing. You don't actually need them to be 10-man. You could have gone with 8. I think that would have been enough. 8 with a Panzerfaust, plenty for skirmish purposes. But if you have the points, you can go with 10. They are pretty good. So really nice skirmish base here. And 1 more motorized infantry, again with a Panzerfaust. Right, so they can go together with the assault infantry up here, or the veterans. We have a medium mortar, inexperienced. Yes, if you're just going to have your skirmish infantry up front, well, why not run it inexperienced? You're never going to use anything else but just plunk it down somewhere, get the cover for your own units from your own units, and then shoot it directly. A veteran sniper team, that is really good for winning the sniper duel. Medium artillery, regular. You don't actually most of the time need it to be regular if you don't have a spotter, because you're going to have your own infantry in front of it. So those direct shots will maybe not be needed. Although it is a very large table, you might be able to shoot directly. And a free howitzer with spotter. I think I would have taken off a few of the regulars from the late war infantry and bought extra spotters for your artillery here, so both of the howitzers have a spotter. A Romanian 222, yes, it's pretty good. It is open-topped, but it does have that light autocannon, and the light autocannon is really good against soft-skins units and like light tanks. So very, very good. And then a Panzer 38T, Romanian. Yes, you've stolen one of my Czechoslovakian tanks, I can see. They are pretty good. They have too few machine guns for their points, 135, but they are pretty good. They are a not vulnerable 8+ light tank. So that is the list. Seems fairly good for a friendly game, but then again, I don't know what your meta is. I kind of like it as a semi-competitive list. Actually, I kind of like it, and I am a very competitive player. So Shaun could have boosted his the number of flamethrowers in this list. He hasn't, so it's fairly good. And I like the choices that are made here. The late war units are really good, good skirmishes, and nice to see a Nebelwerfer as well. And it has a lot of different tools, right? This list. So, thank you so much for the list, Shaun, and that was it.